Okay, guys and girls, we have got our Texas Hunter demand feeder in. Now, it's a protein feeder also. I'll tell you what, we didn't have an extra link on that gate, did we? Good Lance. I'm telling you. We've got that baby exactly perfect. We got our coyote wire down on the bottom, and of course on the gates they're a little bit more difficult because you got to move the gates back and forth. This gate might need to open up that other way. I don't know if it's not going to open this way. It's going to have to open this other way. Yeah. The wires make it a little tougher on the gates. There's no doubt about that. It's not going to open back that way. The wire is a stopper, but it stops the coyotes too. Yep, it stops the coyotes too. All right, I think you can get in there, Apache. The Hunter the Texas Hunter stand that we bought is actually called a protein feeder because it's a demand feeder. Most of the Texas Hunter stands that's used out in the woods hunting are ones that have timers on them and they throw only when you want them. On this feeder right here, it's what we call a demand feeder. It's made to feed protein because the deer will only eat as much protein as they need. But we keep our deer on demand. We have South Fresh food in there all the time, and they can eat and eat as much as they want, eat all the time. So we use the protein feeders where they're not throwing. What we are going to try to do with this is we're going to try to put this feeder where the deer can feed on both sides of the fence. We're going to cut some openings in that wire and have it where that we can have deer on that side and deer on this side. There'll be times we have both of them open, but now during the rut, we're going to have to keep that big buck separated from everybody else. And so we're going to try to set that feeder. We're going to try to set that feeder where the deer on that side can feed and the deer on this side can feed. And we'll just have to fill it from one side. And now, we call this an unboxing, but actually when you get a Texas Hunter protein feeder sent to you, and in fact really just about any of the feeders or the stands sent to you, they're not really in a box. So you don't really have an unboxing, you have an unwrapping because they're wrapped up in this cellophane where they won't get hurt. And so we're gonna pull that thing out, and it comes just like this, right, Apache? It's unloaded from freight, just like this right here. So it's very simple, easy, quick to set up. And now, like I said, these are protein feeders. They come in 600 pounds, which is what this one is. They come in 1,200 pounds and 2,000 pounds. So you can set the protein out on your ranch wherever you're feeding protein to your deer. Fill it up one time and leave it there pretty much the whole season. All right, Apache, get her out. We got some South Fresh food too, don't we? This is the feed we feed. You very seldom see it in the sack. You see it when we're throwing it out to the deer or filling feeders. But that's it right there, Decatur, Alabama. And it's a big feed company. They make lots of feed, horse feed, cattle feed, all kinds of feed. Fish food, we use the South Fresh fish food also. One of the great things about this feeder is its portability. It's got skids on the bottom of it where you can move it around from place to place. So if you want to move it, you can pretty easily. And I'm going to get my knife and file, unwrap it there, Patsy. Get the wrapping off of it. They're really simple and easy, fast to set up. You got them out on a deer lease or a ranch where you protein feeding. That's just how quick and easy. And you got less to throw away. You don't have to throw away a box or anything. Ooh, I feel sprinkles of rain. Did I feel sprinkles of rain? Thank you, Lord. 1 or 2 sprinkles of rain. We need billions of sprinkles of rain, not 1 or 2 sprinkles. I do. I feel something hitting on my... You feel rain?
Yeah, a little bit.
I think... Did you do a dance or something?
No.
Did you do a rain dance?
No.
Says it's Indians that does that, isn't it? Well, Apache, you know. I'm gonna tell you, if you can dance and make it rain, we're gonna make a lot of money, buddy.
Yeah.
I'll be your booking agent. I'll take a little commission. Now we're gonna try to set this thing over here and fix it where that they can eat off both sides. We gotta pay attention when we get it over about where you fill it, Apache.
Yeah.
Apache just gets in the back of the mule and tractor off-road and fills these, and it works. Yeah. Okay. One of the great things about all of the steel on here, it's all powder coated, so it's not going to rust or change. We've had these in our enclosures for years, and they look just like a brand new one does actually. They're rotor molded, so the inside has got it's never going to get any rust or anything inside of it. And we need it. We're going to. This is about all we got installed. We're going to install the. This is adjustable feeders right here. So in other words, when we get these installed in here, we can adjust it how much falls down through there. So it's really a neat feature.
I don't know what kind of.
See how the adjustable deal works down here. You loosen that right there and you move that around and you adjust how, like you want to shut it off completely, you can shut it off completely, or you can adjust it around, tighten that down, that way you can just let so much fall down. This then will fill with food. We'll show you it happening. That will fill with food and the deer come up here and feed. All you gotta do is line up the top hole. You got your feeder the way you want it. The feed's going to come out right here. You got this flange down. Once you line that up, didn't need a screwdriver, just need a little crescent wrench, don't we? Simple, easy install. Look how big that white baby is. That white baby is huge. Look at the size of that guy. Went over and visited with little Whitey and Wild Child. He probably said, "You're a pretty good looking boy, but you're not real big." Those white deer are so huge. It's amazing. I think that's the way it's got to be right there. Get over close and see what we got to cut and the way the wire. Not going to gain anything. I think I'll put that little deer in with those little white bucks. Yeah. I mean, she's born in a pen, so we can put her in here. She's got a tag. Look at the bucks fighting over there. Look at the bucks over there fighting. That's how Forrest got injured. That's exactly what they're doing right now. Forrest has got a hole in his bottom, an extra one, where he was gored, and that's what is so bad. And I don't know if he's internally injured or not. Probably not back there, but it's probably going to take quite a while to heal. You know, all we really need to do is just cut them more room here. We just need to cut another deal, right? That way they can be able to get their head in.
Oh, no. This thing bends back that way. And we can tie I can tie a wire up there and then stick more like that, because you know if we cut the more over here, they can stick their head through there, I think. And I don't know.
I think that's it. I think we got to have this square here out.
Okay.
Maybe, I mean, I don't think they're going to stick their head in there and get caught or anything. Molly, what are you doing, Molly? You trying to open that feed sack? I know what's in there. I know what's in there, boss. Molly, if you put you in here with these, you'll have all you want. You trying to get in it there, girl? Huh? Are you trying to get in there, girl? Okay, okay. Bucks in a pen, bucks in a pen, man. They've not been around it. Well, of course, they were around demand feeders when they were babies, so they know what this is. You know, before they were turned loose in the wild, they know what this Texas Hunter feeder is. Ooh, we like that. We can eat all day at that one. You can eat all day on that. Molly, you such a pretty little girl. I'm gonna give you a little white boyfriend. Yeah, I am. Two little white boyfriends. They'll run you ragged. But all of these deer came in here because they smelled the South Fresh feed. They're used to this feeder. This is the first time they ate, besides their mama's milk, they ate out of one of these Texas Hunter protein feeders. We just called it a demand feeder. It's actually a protein feeder where you can put your protein out on your ranch, your hunting lease or your ranch, put protein in it. A deer will only eat the amount of protein that they need. And so these guys are gonna, as soon as we pull away from this thing, Apache, I bet if you pull up there 20 yards, they're gonna be over here eating. And Snow White's already trying to figure out, and now Snow White, I don't know how, she's 5 years old. I don't know, she's probably used to feeders. I don't know if they had a Texas Hunter feeders up there now or not. And you can see what's happening here. This Prince Charming, as he said, I got my woman in here, and don't you be messing around. You see, he's pacing, keeping that smaller buck away. He knows he's a lot bigger, but @6 knows that sure is a pretty white deer over there. That girl is really pretty. Well, you can see that it's working. We've got a couple deer from the outside that's gone over there. Snow White has been eating out of the feeder. Prince Charming's been eating out of the feeder. I saw one of the little babies. That's both the babies over there now. Look how big those baby albinos are. They have been eating out of the feeder also, so it takes them almost no time at all to learn. If you've got a ranch, where you got deer on it and you want to feed protein, that's the protein feeder. That's what it is. Or if you got deer in an enclosure, that's a demand feeder. So you can just basically get all they want out of that, which is what we do with our deer. We let them eat all that they want, just all that they want. Now they enjoy treats like watermelons and cucumbers and cantaloupes and squash and zucchini and carrots and apples and all of that stuff. But you see the buck turning his head sideways there, even with that big giant horn. Turns his way sideways and eats South Fresh food out of that. So, that's a quick and easy demand feeder, protein feeder install. Guys and girls, remember, I sure do love you.